Hey there, cruise fam. This is Josh with Vacation Spot Travel, bringing you another great ship tour of Royal Caribbean's newest Oasis Class ship, Utopia of the Seas. Enjoy. Alright, here we are. We're going to start up on deck 16 at the front of the ship. Starting off here with Hooked Seafood. This is a specialty restaurant. And if you see on every restaurant, I'm going to put a little blurb up there in the corner, let you know the pricing. Now, pricing does change all the time. There's always discounts, so really putting an actual price down is kind of tough, but you're going to see those dollar signs. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 out of $4 signs. And obviously the higher or the more amount of dollar signs, the higher the pricing is going to be. So we'll step out on the outside deck. You see the big bubble over there. That's actually covering one of the whirlpools. It's a 32-person whirlpool inside the adults-only solarium, which you see right in front of us here. And there's actually a bunch of other pools and whirlpools inside the solarium, which you'll see just when we go down to deck 15 in a few minutes. Another big tip about a lot of these Oasis Class ships from Royal Caribbean is you see there's a bathroom there on your right-hand side. That's a women's restroom, and we're actually walking towards the back of the ship right now. But if you're walking on the ship towards the front, all of the women's restrooms will be on the starboard side, the right side of the ship. All of the men's restrooms are going to be on the port side, the left part of the ship, if you're on the ship looking forward. So, if you're out on deck and you need to go, so always keep that in mind. Men on the left, women on the right. Now we're looking over deck 15, and the pool you see straight down there is called the beach pool. And on the other side, which you'll see a little bit later, is the kids area, Splashaway Bay. Now this is Royal Caribbean's newest and largest of the Oasis Class. It is the third largest in their fleet currently, since Star of the Seas just came out and Icon of the Seas was out previously before that. But in my opinion, this is the best of the Oasis Class ships. They've learned from the other ones and have made all the changes to make this, and again, my opinion, the absolute best of the Oasis Class. And you see, we do have a shower next to every whirlpool. Pools, hot tubs. Right in front of you there is a plunge pool, which you'll see a little bit later. It's got a neat little glass front, and there's one on the opposite side there as well. And we'll see that as we go around. And you see, it is early in the morning. It's like when I like to take a lot of my videos. Some people asked, well, we'd like to see when you take videos during the day when everybody's around so we see how busy it is. I've tried it, I'm sorry, but there's just so many people walking around, jumping in front of you, you really don't get to see the ship at that time. So leave a comment if you ever want to know anything particular about the ship, like times to get to bars, when things are packed, and anything like that. Feel free to leave a comment. And as I mentioned in all my other videos, here's one of your kids' traps right here. They can jump in here for 10 minutes and easily spend $50. So definitely plan accordingly if your kids are going to look and play in these arcades. And a quick look out there, that's going to be on deck 16 into the elevator area. But for right now, we're going to turn around and go back out on deck, and we're going to take you out to a Mexican spot where they've got some quesadillas. tacos, burritos. And this is a complimentary restaurant called El Loco Fresh. And this place isn't usually too busy, so it's a good spot to come and get a quick bite. And when it is open, you'll see on the right-hand side on that counter, there will be drinks, water, lemonade, and a bar right there for your toppings. And this is the first of the Coca-Cola freestyle machines we're going to see. They are in a bunch of different areas throughout the ship, but they're not everywhere either, so I'm going to point each one out as we go through. As we get a little bit further back here on deck 16, you're going to see to your left is the mini golf course. And something new on this ship that I believe is only on a couple other ships right now, and not any of the older Oasis Class ships. You see the big lighthouse tower on your left, and we'll go take a better look at it here now. This is called Playscapes. This is for children, and there's a slide, a bunch of climbing areas. Excellent place just to let your kids roam free. Obviously keep an eye on them, but my kids really love it here in this area. And moving along from Playscapes here, you're going to see the Ultimate Abyss there in front of you, that big piranha with the giant teeth. That is such a fun dry slide. There's 2 of them. Get there early. That line will get very long as well. But it was a lot more fun than I ever expected it to be. So jump on that slide. And back to our right here, we have the Wipeout Bar. This is a little bit different. They do have shaved ice that is also alcohol infused. You want an alcoholic beverage, keep you cool on those hot days back there at the end of the ship? Get some of that alcoholic shaved ice. And this ship, unlike some of the older Oasis Class ships, only has 1 flow rider, and that is due to the Playscapes area that we saw on the other side. They used to have 2 that flank each side on the aft end of the ship, but this one does only have 1. So again, be prepared, there can be a line there at peak times. And if you haven't experienced one of these Oasis Class ships yet, they do have the sports court here, which they use for basketball, soccer. They've got pickleball, and they use it for a bunch of competitions as well. So a lot of variety of things going on the sports court. And something else I do like about this, I like to play a little bit of table tennis, and they do have it in kind of an enclosed area here, so it doesn't get super windy like it does on some other ships. And there's also another one towards the front on the starboard side on deck 5. There's shuffleboard and another ping pong table down there as well if you're into ping pong or shuffleboard. And moving right along, if you make a right into those doors, that's your sport zone area. And again, just more little fun activities to do inside there. And now, like I said, we're coming back around to the port side, and we'll take a look over the pool on the other side. Now on this ship, there's the pool here, a very similar pool on the other side, on the starboard side. And then as we get closer to the front of the ship, there's going to be 2 more pools. Or sorry, 1 more pool, and then the other splash away bay, the kids area, where they do have like wading pool, water slides for the kids. And there is the beach pool on the other side. And as mentioned before, this is another plunge pool. I believe this is an 8-person plunge pool. Don't hold me to that, but you'll see more people than that in it too. They're not going to kick you out. And you see these little huts in front of us. These are called casitas. You can pre-reserve these for either port days or sea days. Now they're going to cost more on sea days, obviously, because you're going to be on the ship and using them. But if you do stay on the ship on port days, you are going to be able to get them for a little bit less. A lime and coconut, one of the most popular bars out here on the outdoor decks of the Utopia of the Seas. They have one up here, and then downstairs on deck 15 on both sides as well. And as mentioned before, we saw a quick peek at it, but here we are coming up the Splashaway Bay. Again, this is the kids only area. And so if you do have some young children, this is probably where they're going to want to be. And then just past Splashaway Bay, you're going to see the bigger slides. There's 3 water slides up here, which they call the Perfect Storm. There are 2 slides. You see the blue and the yellow on the left. And then you have the, what my kids call the toilet bowl slide, the orange one towards the right side. And you see on the right-hand side there, that is the men's restroom. As mentioned before, men on the left, women on the right. And we'll finish up deck 16 here, and we'll take you down on to 15. Alright, now we're down here on deck 15, at the front of the ship as well. This is the Solarium Bistro. Again, another complimentary dining option for fresh foods and Mediterranean style. This does attach to the solarium on the far end over there, so you can go in either way. There's no reservations required. Just come on in, sit down, and it is buffet style. If you're looking to book a cruise on Utopia of the Seas, or any Royal Caribbean, or any cruise line, give me a call. I've got the guaranteed best rates on all cruise lines. Exclusive agency rates that you can't get direct from the cruise line, or booking online yourself. Give me a call at 980-224-2207. And as promised before, we're now going to take you into the solarium area. You see there is a towel exchange station right here on our left. And this is an adults only area. So if you are taking your kids into that Solarium Bistro, just remember, you have to go in through the front. This is adults only. This is one of my favorite spots on this ship, and I'll tell you why. Now this is only available on Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas. If you look up, this is fully enclosed, and each one of those windows is like a bubble. It's got a lower window and an upper window. If you look closely, you'll see hoses in the corners of these windows, and what that's doing is actually pumping air conditioning in between those windows. So if it's a 90-degree day like it was when we were here, it was high 90s the whole time, feel like temperatures over 110, it's going to be nice and cool down here in the solarium. And you do see a couple pools and whirlpools, wading pools down in there. They do have a bar in here. Actually, 2 bars. There's a smaller one up here ahead that you'll see. And the main bar is back behind us that we passed on the left side. You will always be able to find lounge chairs. Again, this is early in the morning, but they did do a very good job on this ship of not allowing people to reserve chairs all day long. So that was a good surprise on this ship. And as you see, we're coming up here. This is another bar that they will make during the busier hours on our left. It won't be a full bar, but they definitely will have a drink for just about anybody. And you see the doors to the left, that'll go back into the forward elevator shaft. And as we exit out of the solarium, to our right-hand side here is the view bar. This is another good spot on many nights throughout the cruise. If you are a cigar smoker, they will set up a little cigar lounge in there with actual cigar ashtrays. And it's for 3 hours between 6 and 9 p.m. And you'll meet a lot of good people in there if you're a cigar smoker. And just an FYI, cigars are only allowed on the outdoor decks. You can smoke in the casino. Only cigarettes, vapes, cigar smoking is not allowed in the casino. And here we get a little bit of a closer look at Splashaway Bay. And again, it is closed at the time because it is earlier in the morning. But you get a close look here just to see what your kids will like and to see if that's an area of the ship that you're going to spend some time at. Coming up here in front of us, as we pass it on the right side, is another towel exchange station. There is one on the opposite side as well, but that is usually going to be the one that's going to be open throughout the day, and the other one's open at busier times. And we just passed Sprinkles on the left. That's where you're going to get your soft serve ice cream. There will be attendants there. They will serve it for you and hand it over so that the machines aren't getting all jammed up and messy. To our left here is one of the other pools. And as you can see, there's not a bunch of chairs that are all saved. We do have one person there with a few chairs, but there's actually somebody sitting at it. So on a lot of ships, you're going to come out in the morning and all these chairs are already going to have towels on them. But like I said, Utopia did it right on this one, and they were not allowing people to save chairs all day. And we're going back inside here now to where the stairwells and the elevator shafts are on the aft side, the rear of the ship. And this is where you go into the Windjammer Cafe, which is the buffet on this ship. Now, since Utopia is the newest of the Oasis Class ships, on the first day that you arrive, if you like seafood, you are going to love the Windjammer Cafe. They will have a big seafood buffet with lobster tails, mussels, clams, shrimp, ceviche. A lot of seafood in there on day one for lunch. The Mason Jar. This is a specialty restaurant. When you first walk in, I unfortunately didn't go in here this time, but there is a bar there to your left if you're into the bourbon, scotches, the smoky kind of drinks. That is, obviously you do have to pay for it, but it is not in the restaurant. You can go in there at any time, sit on the rocking chairs, and just look out the window or take a seat at the bar. They've also got some good food in there as well. Take a quick look over Central Park here. That is down on deck 8. And you see the rising tide bar, but we'll get down there a little bit later in the video and we'll show you all the fun there is to do in Central Park. Something new in this ship here is the spare tire. This is a food truck style. As you see on the right here, they have a bunch of grab-and-go foods. And as you see, there is a Coca-Cola freestyle machine over here as well, which is a nice thing, as a lot of the other ships don't have one on deck 15 near the pools. Just remember, you need to have a drink package and have the Royal Caribbean Cup to be able to access that freestyle machine. They do have chips in the bottom. If you don't have a cup, it will not allow you to use it. And as we get walking back in here, you see the yellow chairs on your right. This is the outdoor smoking section on this ship. And it is only allowed in the section where the yellow chairs are. So up the right-hand side, and just to our left here, and you'll also see the other lime and the coconut. This bar here is open early, so if you enjoy mimosas, Bloody Marys, that's probably one of the places you're going to go, because they open, I believe, 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll walk around here a little bit through to the beach pool area. Again, look at all the loungers. This is amazing. I loved Utopia for this reason. A little sad that it was only a 4-day cruise, but I would definitely consider doing a back-to-back on this ship so you get a whole week on it. Utopia will go between 3 and 4-day cruises and typically alternates a Monday through Friday 4-day and a Friday to Monday 3-day weekend cruise. If you're enjoying this video so far, please support me by liking, commenting, sharing this video, and subscribing. Just hit the button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen and you'll be subscribed. And stay tuned for more ship tours, cabin tours, and all about cruising. And in the next couple weeks, I'll put a new video up of Star of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. Thank you. And before we get down onto the Royal Promenade, Central Park and the Boardwalk, we'll show you deck 14 here is Adventure Ocean and the Escape Room. And it wasn't quite open at this time, but there's a lot of cool things for kids back in there. And we're also going to make a stop here at a specialty dining restaurant. This is Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar. If you're into that Italian food, it is excellent here, and I definitely recommend giving Giovanni's a try. We're going to show you here quick the Royal Railway, which is on deck 4 at the aft of the ship. This is an immersive dining experience. It is not cheap, but the experience that you get here is second to none. And right next door on deck 4 is the main dining room. This does go between deck 3, 4, and 5. And this is where you can eat meals every night. That it's complimentary. And something that a lot of people don't know is you can also get breakfast and lunch. Here we are now at the forward section of deck 4, and this is considered entertainment place. You saw the Royal Theater in front of you, that is multi-level, and this is the non-smoking area of the casino. If you go further back, you get into a smoking area. I also want to go up one deck and just show you these smart elevators. Now these are really great if you know how to use them. You just press the number, it'll tell you which elevator to get into. The problem we have is people don't know how to use them. If you're with a large group, you must press that number of the deck that you're going to for each person in your group. If you don't, the elevator only thinks that you have one person in it, and you might get a full elevator of people on the one you're trying to get in. So be patient. Taking you out now here to the Royal Promenade on deck 5. You would never know that you're on a ship once you enter this area. It's more like you're in a shopping mall. To the left here, you have Boleros. Right now they have an art auction, and you see Starbucks over there as well. But Boleros will have a lot of live entertainment at night. There's a bar in there, just a nice little lounge to hang out. And moving right along, we actually saw Spotlight Karaoke back there as well, which we kind of went through Starbucks, but it is back there on the right-hand side. During the day, you will have people at these booths in the middle selling watches, t-shirts, all kinds of memorabilia from the ship. Sorrento's, the pizza place. A lot of people love Sorrento's, and there is a Coca-Cola freestyle machine there. Take you for a little peek here at Bell and Barley. They do have some live music here at night as well. A little bit of a seating area and a bar there at the front. As we continue down on the Royal Promenade here on Deck 5, you see the staple of the Oasis Class ships is the old car in the middle. Toward the right, you got Cafe Promenade, which is complimentary. And the left here, you are going to have the next cruise office. If you book your next cruise while you're on the ship, you're going to get lower deposits and possibly a little bit of a discount as well. Or you can just hold a reservation and use it when you can. You've got more of the gift shops. The Rising Tide bar is right in front of you. It is up in the air right now. That goes between the Royal Promenade and Central Park on Deck 8. New on this ship here is the Pesky Parrot. A great bar, good vibes, and they've got a lot of frozen drinks as well. If you need guest services, that is here on Deck 5 as well, straight ahead. I'm going to take you up to Deck 6 here now. We'll take the stairs up, and this is where you're going to find the Shore Excursions desk, which you'll see up here on the left. Focus and picture this for your photos and photo opportunities. We see the Schooner bar right here in front. They will have some live music at night as well. And the Crown and Anchor loyalty desk there straight ahead. And now we're going to go down to another fun part of this ship, which is the Boardwalk area. The highlight of the Boardwalk is the carousel right in the middle of the Boardwalk. How many times have you ever been on a cruise ship that's got a carousel? That's not Royal Caribbean, obviously. Royal Caribbean's all about putting things on ships that you wouldn't expect to be there. And coming up here on our left is the Boardwalk Doghouse. Here they serve hot dogs, bratwurst, sausages. They have some potato salad, coleslaw. Great little spot to stop for a quick meal. To our right, we have Playmakers Bar and Arcade. This is your sports bar in the ship, and we're going to take you through there in just a minute. First here, we're going to look into Johnny Rockets. This is a specialty dining area, but here's a pro tip. You do get free diner-style breakfast in the morning at Johnny Rockets. And they have excellent shakes. If you have a drink package, your shakes are included. Alright, here is Playmakers. If you're looking to watch a big game while you're on the ship, I think you're going to find it here. If there's not a TV with your game on it, always feel free to ask somebody inside, and as long as they get it, they will put it on for you. Something to remember is it is international programming, so it's going to be a little bit different. For example, we watch the Super Bowl every year from the cruise ship, but you don't get the Super Bowl commercials because it is international programming, but you still get all the games. Now, Playmakers is more than just a sports bar as well. This is the side entrance to Playmakers, so we'll jump out here real quick just to show you, and we'll get right back in there. Playmakers does have a little bit of an arcade in it, so you can bring the kids, come and have a meal. They have great burgers, onion rings, basically bar-style food, elevated. They're excellent. You see we got some foosball, pool table, some racing games. So feel free to bring the kids in, let them play some games while you have a few drinks and grab a bite. If you do have the unlimited dining package, you do get a $20 credit here at Playmakers on those sea days. So Definitely keep that in mind. Straight ahead, you see now the bottom of the Ultimate Abyss dry slides, as we saw the top earlier. And to the left, some more climbing areas for the kids. But now we're going to take you around the end of the Ultimate Abyss and show you into the AquaTheater area. The AquaTheater is probably where some of my favorite shows are on this ship. You see a rock climbing wall on one side, and there's a rock climbing wall on this side as well. And all those balconies you see coming down each side, those are considered AquaTheater suites. So it's a suite with a great view of the Aqua Show. Alright, back to Deck 8. Not a whole lot on this, lots of staterooms, but we have to bring you in here to show you the music hall. This is a music hall where you'll find live music, and does also double as a nightclub on some nights. The music hall here is 2 levels. You see there is a bar on your left, a lot of seating as you walk in, and to the right. But we're going to take you up to the top level here, just to show you what else is up there. From the top level, you're going to have a great view if there's live music. You have another bar, and there is a pool table up here on Deck 9 of the music hall. You can also access this area from Deck 9. You just have to go to the left or right of the bar that you're going to see up here. It doesn't really look like you can. There are signs, but don't be afraid to go right around that bar. It's not the bar area. There are doors to the outside. And we're actually going to take you out that way just to show you where it's at. And this is Deck 9. And this is where you would enter in if you were already on Deck 9. Alright, we're going to take you down to Deck 8 now, Central Park. If you see on the right, there are umbrellas. This is outdoors. If it's raining, grab an umbrella, go to where you have to go, and put it with the other umbrellas right there. So you can walk outdoor and keep dry. Azumi in the park. This is Azumi, hibachi, and sushi. Great hibachi shows there, and the sushi is excellent. If you like sushi, you can either get it there, sit down inside, or they do have a drive-through style window coming up here on your left. If you just want something quick, go up to the window, and it's a quick grab and go. The main court here in Central Park. And to the left here is the hibachi section of Azumi, and the drive-through style window that I just mentioned. The Park Cafe, another grab-and-go style with some beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, but if you just want a quick bite, they've got fruits, wraps, a bunch of different stuff in there, and the Coca-Cola freestyle machine as well. Now, a new rule on these Oasis Class ships with Central Park: if you like hiding ducks, you cannot hide them in the trees or the foliage of Central Park anymore. Please just keep it nice. They don't have to replace them all the time because we're hiding ducks. You saw right in front, we just passed a trellis bar. Not a whole lot of seating there, but it's a nice little serene place to go and sit down, have a drink, maybe a glass of wine before you jump into 150 Central Park or Chops Grill. Again, we see the Rising Tide bar that I mentioned before on the Royal Promenade goes up to Central Park. And in my opinion, the absolute best food on the ship is 150 Central Park. If you just want to play a board game or two, we've got a couple chairs with a table here. You can play chess or backgammon. It is provided for you right there. Please keep the pieces where they're at. Do not take them and spoil it for everybody else. For you steak lovers, Chops Grill. Amazing steaks, fillets, lobster tails, cooked to order. If you are a steak lover, you cannot miss Chops Grill. All right, we're leaving Central Park here, and we got a couple other places to visit before we're all set. And I wanted to bring you down here to Deck 5, around where the jogging track is real quick, because this is a little bit of a hidden gem. There's not a whole lot to do down here, except for jog, but it is a very serene place. If you're looking for a spot just to go hang out and chill, there's some chairs around there. You know, just go hang out. You won't have a bunch of people. But as you see, we're jogging around the track here now because it takes a long time to get from one end to the other. But I wanted to take you down and show you where I mentioned before there is ping pong and shuffleboard right up here on the right-hand side, just after you pass the last lifeboat. And there it is, your shuffleboard, some seating, tables, chairs, and ping pong. And another reason I kind of wanted to bring you down here onto Deck 5 is if you are a duck hunter, like I said, nobody comes down here. But people hide ducks right up on those shelves on the right there, and there's some more around on the other side. But quite honestly, that wasn't the real reason. It was just another little helpful hint. As we go around the track up here, on the right-hand side, you're actually going to have an entrance directly into the fitness center. You have to go up a flight of stairs. You can access it from Deck 6 as well in the front, but we're going to take you up these stairs right now just to show you a couple things that are around here in the fitness center. If you go out of the fitness center on Deck 6, you're going to find Vitality Spa and Cafe, where you can get smoothies, book spa treatments, and a lot of good, clean, healthy, fresh options at the cafe. You see a lot of spin bikes over there. Now this ship does have a fairly large fitness center. You can take spin classes. They have a separate room for spin classes. There's some medicine balls, free weights, a dumbbell room, and pretty much any basic machine that you could possibly ask for on a cruise ship. There's your free weights, treadmills. They've got the stair climbers. If you're into fitness and you can't take a day off while you're on the cruise, this is the place to come in the morning. You're going to meet a lot of cool people up here. And that concludes our ship tour video of the beautiful Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas. Remember, if you like this video, please help me out by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy cruising.